Greetings, this is Dickie Adams from PocketNow.com, and today we have the unboxing of the new T-Mobile Sidekick 4G. So sit back, relax, and join us for this first look. Since its release in 2002 as the Danger Hip Top, the Sidekick has been on a roller coaster ride, with integration of AIM and being the first cell phone capable of placing unassisted TTY via the browser. It even gained a sign in the American Sign Language. But in 2009, a major outage and a data loss followed by a stop in sales in 2010 was thought to be the final nail. But the name has been resurrected with a new core, Android. So the box is pretty standard fare. This is the Pearl Magenta kit, so that's what we'll see in the color scheme here. As we pull this open, we can see it's got a really nice white back. That's the phone. We'll look at that in more detail in just a moment. And if we open up the bottom of this, give me a little bit of a struggle. Just one second. There. So it opens up just like the original Sidekick does. Inside we've got a micro SD adapter. We've got a standard USB to micro USB cable and the power adapter. Nothing more really accessories wise. I assume the card's in the case. In the bottom of where the phone sits is also the start guides and the manuals, etc. So that's it for the box. Not anything spectacular to see. Let's move on to the phone itself. So from the front view, you can see that it's pretty slim in the hands. It feels really good. It's not Gorilla Glass, but it does feel like a glass screen. And if we flip it over on the side, we can see the accent color, which is nice, and the chrome backing. Popping off the back of the case, just snaps on. We see the Samsung battery there and the SIM card. And the speakers are down on the bottom, those two little white pieces. The battery itself is 1500 milliamp hours. And we'll see how the battery life actually turns out to be. It's pretty nice configuration there. And on the side is the micro SD slot, only 2 gigs, unfortunately, or fortunately for the price. Headphone jack, volume up and down, and the power button on this side. And over on the other side, we've got the micro USB door, and the dedicated camera key, and a lanyard hole. Top, not much up here. In the bottom, it's got the microphone button, or microphone hole. If I can get this case on correctly. The back has a 3 megapixel camera, no flash, which is a little disappointing. And you can't really see it here, but it says Samsung on the back. This model is manufactured by Samsung. 3.5-inch display with a 1 gigahertz Hummingbird processor. 1 gig of ROM, 512 megs of RAM, and it is HSPA Plus compatible, so that means it's a 4G phone. When you boot up, it boots up in landscape mode, which is typical for a Sidekick device. Keyboard is nice and wide. The buttons stick up just a little bit. We'll get into more how those work later. You can also see from the front of the screen the little 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera on the left there, and just below that there's 2 little spots that are for the multicolor LED for the charging and for the notification, and they're supposed to be have multicolor options. Looking at the back, you can see the actual magenta accent color, the Pearl Magenta kit. It looks pretty good. I would actually use this. Screen slides right back in place, spring-loaded. Keyboard lights up as you pop it open, which is nice. Not much give there. It locks fully out. It doesn't have any in-between modes, and it feels pretty solid all the way through, which is great. Home button, quick button, a back button, and the menu button, and a touch-sensitive D-pad. That does it for our first look. Check back later for more videos and an in-depth review at PocketNow.com. Thanks for watching.